It was very terrifying.
Extremely dangerous situation.
The video captured the attention of news media nationwide.
You could see the man driving away in the car.
The kids were inside of the vehicle.
The grandmother on foot chasing after the car.
He had grabbed onto Skylar's hoodie.
An 8-year-old boy pulling his sister out of the suspect's hands.
This kind of scenario is every parent's worst nightmare.
A very close call, caught on surveillance video.
April 25th, 2019, in Middletown, Ohio. A grandmother driving with her grandkids gets out of her car, and 10 seconds later, a strange man jumps into the driver's seat and steps on the gas.
I heard the kids scream.
Sent an officer immediately. Police had a vehicle stolen.
What starts off as a carjacking now is turning into a kidnapping.
Security cameras capture the horrified grandma frantically trying to chase the car down.
The grandmother on a dead sprint trying to get control of this vehicle.
Running after the car in sheer panic at the fact that the car is being stolen with her grandchildren inside.
It all happens in a matter of seconds.
It was a life or death situation. If he takes those kids and we don't locate that vehicle, who knows where these kids could have been kidnapped and taken to.
There's a very good chance he had some pretty nefarious thoughts in mind.
As the grandmother desperately tries to latch onto the driver's door, the kidnapper reaches for the children.
You can see his arm go back towards the kids. She's running to get to the driver's side of the vehicle. It's extremely terrifying moment for her. This was just such a wild scene.
What does this man want? Why has he targeted them? As he tries to grab onto the little girl, her brother tries to fight him off and open the back door.
He goes to grab his sister to pull her out, but now the kidnapper is pulling her to avoid that from happening. So now we have a really dangerous situation here, but something the young boy does will change everything.
He's probably the bravest kid I've ever met.
2 young children escaping an alleged kidnapper as their grandmother tried to chase the driver down.
All I could see was that car moving and him going fast as he could. That's the worst feeling in the world, because the only thing that was on my mind was I kept screaming that the kids were in the car.
April 25th, 2019 is a day Nita Coburn will never forget. Just after 4 p.m., she pulls up to the Atrium Medical Center in Middletown, Ohio, to take her youngest daughter to the emergency room.
She'd been sick for 3 days really bad. I jumped out of the car. I turned the car off, but I didn't know that my car had a lock system on it that if your keys are in the ignition, the car won't lock.
Moments later, as Nita helps her daughter out of the passenger seat and into a wheelchair, she hears screams from the back seat, where her grandchildren, 8-year-old Chance and 10-year-old Skylar, are sitting.
It was very scary. I seen this guy closing my car door, and I ran and grabbed the car door to try to pull it open.
The terrified children are now locked in the car with a stranger, a man they had spotted a few minutes earlier, lurking suspiciously near the hospital's entrance.
And the guy that was a few feet away from the car, he walked towards the car and got in. And he started speaking a different language. And then he shut the door and started driving away.
Chance is sitting behind the kidnapper. His first instinct is to protect his sister.
Chance tried to get me out of the car.
The young boy has the wherewithal that, okay, we're in danger and we need to get the heck out of here.
I was already unbuckled, and my sister, she unbuckled. I was trying to get her out, and then he got a hold of her.
To the children's horror, the man is now grabbing on to Skylar.
He had grabbed onto Skylar's hoodie, preventing her from leaving.
He had one hand on Skylar, had a hold of her.
As he struggles to pull his sister away from the kidnapper, Chance falls out of the car. But he's not about to let the kidnapper get away with her.
Chance ran back up to the car to grab me, and I got her out.
He did something that a hero would do. Went into the passenger side seats, dragging his sister out of the vehicle, pulling them both out to safety.
Not only does this young man have the presence of mind to try to unbuckle. He's also able to successfully fight off his attacker.
Luckily, before he was able to drive off with them, an amazing feat of bravery.
Nita is still running towards the car in total panic.
I thought they were still in the car.
Then she fell off of the car, and I ran over to her.
He took off real fast, and I had to let go because he threw me away. Skylar ran to me, but I kept screaming that Chance was still in the car. I didn't know that he had ran inside to get the security help.
She was crying just because of how scared she was. She was banged up, but she was more concerned about the safety of the two children.
It's an intense scenario. The man is now speeding away. Police chase after him.
That vehicle was a silver 2013 Malibu.
Who is he? And why did he target Chance and Skylar?
Imagine what could have happened. There's a very good chance that girl wouldn't be here today.
Just 10 minutes after a man tries to kidnap 8-year-old Chance and 10-year-old Skylar, police stop him a few blocks away and arrest him.
It appeared that he was in distress. He was extremely indifferent about the incident.
It turns out that Officer Connor Kirby had actually dropped the man, 24-year-old Dalveer Singh, at the emergency room earlier that morning.
The reason being is Dalveer advised that he had been using heroin and that he had wanted some sort of drug treatment. He had already been what he had called heroin sick. He was from India and he had been in Middletown for just a couple days.
But Dalveer doesn't offer any explanation for why he tried to kidnap 2 children.
He knew that the kids were inside of the vehicle.
It's unclear as to whether his motives were looking to kidnap children or someone just looking to grab a car to use that vehicle to further his addiction.
I don't think he understood what kind of impact he's going to have on these kids forever.
I dread to think about it. I don't want that feeling to happen to anybody.
But nobody will ever forget what these 2 brave children did that day.
That 8-year-old now being hailed a hero for saving himself and his sister.
It's incredible.
It really is the foresight an 8-year-old had to pull his 10-year-old sister out of the car.
It just shows how much Chance loves his sister. He got into a heroic mode and he knew that he needed to do something. He's a very humble kid, but he knows what he did was special. And I always tell him how proud I am of him.
Singh has been charged with 2 counts of kidnapping, felonious assault for dragging Nita, and grand theft, and is awaiting trial. The case has become personal for Officer Kirby. He's now friends with the family.
We went to a ball game with Kirby. We went fishing with Kirby. We were in the parade.
The kids were also honored by Ohio State Senator Bill Coley.
We here in Ohio know that heroes come in all sizes, and fortunately, they also come in all age brackets. They avoided being kidnapped, and the perpetrator was caught. They are truly magnificent people.
And Nita says she is now the proudest grandmother in the world.
Oh, very proud. We've been training them to watch out for bad people, so it came in handy.
It's just incredible to see 2 heroic children